dust of the veldt where the wind does moan. We've carved out a life in the soil and stone. They call us names, but we stand up tall. For faith and family, we've weathered it all. Raise the flag high, let the colors fly. With our hands we've built under God's own sky. No insult can break what's forged in our soul. Africa in her heart, steadfast and whole. They say we're dogs, they say we're small, but we've built empires and answered the call. With the earth in our palms and the sun on our backs, we march to the rhythm of unbroken tracks. Through the storms and strife we hold the line. The roots run deep like the old oak spine. Pride in our spirit, love in our veins. The faith of our fathers forever remains. Raise the flag high, let the colors fly. With our hands we've built under God's own sky. No insult can break what's forged in our soul. Africa in her heart, steadfast and whole. Through the years and miles we've walked this road, bearing the burdens, carrying the load. But the light of our fire, it will never fade. For the strength of our people will never be swayed.
Marvin Divine. I'm saying bye to all the lies and all the times you cried, saying that I wasn't right, yet I was right by your side. You manipulator, playing games, your friends commentators, and I don't know what you say about our private conversations, but it's got them hating. Thanks to all the rumors you be claiming. It's cool, I'm done with you, so they can throw you a celebration. You gon' hate it when you see me with somebody living better. I'm trying to tell you that me just doing me gon' have you jealous.
Hello, folks, and welcome back to South Africa's National Dialogue. I'm joined here with my esteemed colleague, Pikachu, one of the Pokemons, who's going to help us understand what's actually happening this Friday, August 15th, 2025, as South Africa's National Dialogue gets underway. Pikachu, can you please and tell us a little bit about what's happened today at the conference, the National Dialogue? I have no idea what the hell he just said, but Pikachu, of course, is our field reporter, and he's here with us to tell us, as we take this very serious national dialogue, South Africa, a country that lacks a constitution, that never had a freedom charter, that has no idea where it's going, that doesn't know whether people should have equality under the law or freedom of assembly, freedom of speech, freedom of religion. They really don't know. They're confused after 30 years of independence. So we go now live to the floor of the National Dialogue with Pikachu. Hang on, Pikachu. Don't run off. Whoa, come back. Pikachu, don't be shy. Tell us your thoughts about this national dialogue, Pikachu. Do you really think it's going to accomplish anything for South Africa? Okay, that I understood. He said it's just a total waste of time. It's just a cock-prodder session extraordinaire, and they're spending an awful lot of money that he'd rather you spend buying him and his friends, or at least the trading cards for Pokemon. Ladies and gentlemen, no Pokemons were injured in this interview. We return now to our regularly scheduled broadcast. Pikachu! Oh my goodness, that's about as serious as you can take the national dialogue unfolding in South Africa at this moment. South Africa's national dialogue, a boondoggle of epic proportions, a campaign platform for the ANC to steal state funds and campaign and claiming they're addressing South Africa's needs. Meanwhile, there's no water, there's no electricity, there's no paved roads, there's no hope, there's no food, there's no jobs, there's no infrastructure. Welcome to South Africa. Cloud Cuckoo Land version 2. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Friday. It's Friday. It's Friday. Do you know what? A friend of mine told me his thoughts on this, and this is what he said. My friend Bob came to me last night, and he had this to share with me about the national dialogue. Oh, there's Bob right now. Hey, Bob, how's it going? It's the Bugger Off Bunny, folks. Bob says the following to the national dialogue. Here it is. Oh, just like Tom and Becky, he gave him the middle finger. Well, Bob, well said. All right, so there you have it. Folks, how's it going here on a Friday? My apologies for being a couple moments late, but I was busy putting up a video. As a one-man shop, I have to do it all. And I have a video which is going to go live right now because it finally finished checking it to make sure I didn't have anything evil or inappropriate violating community standards in my video, which they never do, but they always falsely claim. Anyway, Pemi Mojadina's Embarrassing South Africa. Again, that's the video. It's Pemi's Excellent Adventure. She is a clown of the highest order. She's leading the clown car show, except she's not. The only thing exciting about her is her style of dress. Verder Durant, welcome to you, Doretta Fundamava, Fabian Bridger, making it unaffordable. Husky Sevens here, Chantel, Krista Krüger, Wills, LZ van Rooyen, Alan Ballade, Fiona Fury, Conrad, Wilma Rasmus, and OG. Fiona Fury, Jory Osthuizen, Will, sorry, we are at 111 sound. We're not going to get to 1 million at this rate, Maz. It's going to take forever. We barely got to this, but thank you for all of you who are here. Appreciate it. Was hoping to get an email for my birthday. Is your birthday today, Doretta? Is your birthday today, Doretta? If it is, we can help you. No email, but we can do the following. We always do this if we know. Even in the midst of doing the news, we will do this for you. If you want, we can even give you the goat. But instead, we'll offer you a birthday cake. I'm already in my heart. When you watch Trump speaking, you get this feeling inside. Okay? All right. What else we got here? El Kotz is here. Dylan Colbert. There's an OG. Syncmaster. 99. Judia Prinsloo. JJ Kruger. Chris Stander. Gabriel Stotz. Fonz. Mandy van Rooyen. Napoleon Dynamite's back. Okay. Sonneblom, Lynn G. Harris, welcome to you. Andre Mostart, Ian Moon. By the way, thanks to those who came and watched the Griquas game with me on Rugby Ascendant. I enjoyed that, although wasn't thrilled with the performance by the Griquas. They tried to give the game away. Okay, who else we got here? Vera's back again. I love the commentary. The Colonel's channel has brought us all together. Thank you guys for your jokes, opinions, and don't always agree, but we can connect and all stay connected. So happy birthday there. I hope the cake was appropriate. Let me know if I got it there by mistake. Ingrid, it's wonderful to hear her mother tongue in such beautiful voice. Yeah. Oh, you must like Giselle. She's lovely. And she's from Namibia. Iburumaisi. Johan Barnard, welcome to you. Hester, Angelique. 787 Dreamliner, my favorite commercial aircraft to fly on. Yes, Inkwell Odyssey. Aki, Conrad Heldenhuis, Esmari. Sandra Jonk, Heidi Kruger, JJ Kruger. Wow, Kruger's left and right. Is Paul Kruger showing up next? I get shivers when I hear Baby Shark. Oh, no, don't get me started on that one. My goodness. You see, Sarah went to speak to 10 million people during the dialogue. It's insane. This will go on for 18 months and cost more than 700 million. Yep. This is my song, says Alan. Okay, cool. Watching from the wife's account, okay? How privileged to have a safe space when we're still allowed to celebrate being Afrikaans. You are welcome to celebrate being Afrikaans. You're welcome to celebrate being colored. You're welcome to celebrate Tswana. You're welcome to celebrate whatever you are here. Unless you're a hate wanker. You can't celebrate that. USA responded to Sherwin Bryce's questions regarding human rights report. USA is not happy about how minors have been treated. Where did you see that at, 360? That doesn't help me. Where did you see that response? I haven't seen that. Okay, just out on foot before the other one. Okay. Try to download the ANC, the app. What app are you trying to download, guys? All right, catching up. Debbie Fox, 350 Rand super chat. That was unexpected. Thank you for that, Debbie. Is the alert box on? No, it's not. Sorry you didn't get credit for that, but there it is. Thank you for the 350 Rand. Long day for me again. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday were horrible this week. So much going on. Today's not going to be much better. I mean, I worked 18 hours straight on Wednesday. And then last night I had the veterans event. So I left here at a little bit after 2 and didn't get home till 10 o'clock and ate my dinner at 10 o'clock. Line in the Sand is in from Windhoek. I almost played Side Vest, Line in the Sand. Almost played Side Vest. It's Friends and Only Family Friday. That's right. Song does pull the heartstring. I hope you like it. Pikachu makes more sense. He does make more sense than the national dialogue. Hey, Val Cooper, there's an OG. Shan Inkwell Odyssey, Nikki McCormick. Thought it was a bugger off money. No, it's Pikachu, man. Pikachu for president. You couldn't do worse. Billy Idol. What? Wedding? What's going on, man? Thank you for all your time and effort you're doing. You're welcome. Can't believe we pay a salary for the Minister of Water. Yeah, she's an embarrassment. Pikachu is more serious reporter than the ANC as a political party. Yeah. No, I'm not a ventriloquist. That was actually Pikachu talking. That wasn't me. Pearl Vitboy, welcome to you. Pikachu knows more about South Africa than Cockprot 24. Chaos Juggler, thank you for your membership of 8 months, opportunity level especially. Yeah, okay. Wasted time and money. It's a National Assembly of Denial. That's what it is. Yeah, I see you all here for the gathering. Billion, 30 billion. Exactly. I couldn't agree more, Pikachu. What? The bugger off buddy got hepatitis. What are you talking about? Oh, from those freaking Frankenstein freaking bear. Oh, we made that song last night about the Frankenstein hairs. Oh my goodness. The bugger off bunny. He ran back to Chris. Oh my goodness. Bitter Enders. We made a song for Bitter Enders last night too. Ronell, there's an OG. Ronell, I'm coming across email messages that you sent me in 2021. I don't know if you saw, I responded to one of them. Thank you. Ones I didn't see previously. Minister of Water and Sanitation made a fool of herself. She made a fool of South Africa is what she did. Wayne Boudin wants to know, did I see the speech? Yes, that's why I was 3 minutes late, because it was still loading. YouTube is capricious. Sometimes it loads the stuff. Sometimes it's like, we're checking your video. And so I had to wait to get that thing up. So that video is posted. You can watch it after this. Purring lion. Good to see you there. Peter, good to see you. Freya Menzel. Na, die schöne Dame. Wie geht's Ihnen? Ja. Ja. Love your work, says Purring Lion. Thank you. I love your purring. It's lovely. James Kraft, I hope you're well and have a great weekend coming. Join in late. Well, it's going to be a long weekend, a very long weekend for me. Hopefully my hip will hold up. Okay. Actually concerned to receive an email, but I'm not. Okay, what article is that? Sutunar. Speaking Irish Gaelic from Ireland. Dia dolo na Dawin Brea. I don't speak Irish, man, unfortunately. Thank you for sharing that. So that means greetings to us. Beverly Dutoy in from Cape Town. Oh, no, she's not from Cape Town. She's asking if Tom's from Cape Town. All right. And Napoleon Dynamite is concerned about that article. There's Sedgefield is back. Mad Max is here. All right, folks, let's get to the news. Now that Pikachu has informed us about the national dialogue, we're going to start the story off with Pemi Mojadina, South Africa's national embarrassment. She's an ANC minister, so what else would she be but an embarrassment? Ronnie Lamola, Angie Mocheka. Oh, that's good, too. I've got to make a video on that. Angie is giving the general, who's rogue, a free pass. Yep. Hey, Wolf the Blind Biker's back. Good to see you again. No pun intended, my friend. Minister Pemi Mojadina ridiculed on social media after Water Summit antics. This was embarrassing. This was embarrassing, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, let's listen to what she said. Here we go. This is insane. This is absolutely insane. You ready for this? Here we go.
Because now we really want to invest in water, but there must be rain. With these presidents here, there's no way that you cannot have rain. Clouds are covering, clouds are covering, clouds are covering, tata, clouds are covering, clouds are covering, clouds are covering. It's raining, it's raining, it's raining, it's raining, it's raining. Thunder! Thunder!
Thunder!
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Did you see that demonic look on Cyril's face? Clouds are gathering, clouds are gathering. Thunder, thunder. Good God. She's a Sangoma now. She's actually a teacher. Yeah, she passed school. She's actually a teacher. She was a teacher before she joined the anti-apartheid movement. Yes, Pemi Majodina. Yes. What the heck? My folk Marlies. That's worthy of a second view, folks. That's worthy of a second view. We're going to watch that one again. All right, here you go. You're going to watch that one again, folks. Here you go.
Because now we really want to invest in water.
Notice she beats on the microphone. She beats on the microphone to make sure you can hear her.
But there must be rain.
But there must be rain. There must be rain. No. We don't need rain. Water just magically appears. You know, it's like I Dream Genie. Genie, can you give me some water? Sure, master. Ooh, Wolf the Blind Biker says, good to hear from you. Ah, nice comeback. I said, nice to see you. Good to hear me. Excellent, Wolf the Blind Biker.
With these presidents, yes.
Oh, yes.
There's no way that you cannot have rain.
No way.
Clouds are gathering.
Clouds are gathering. Clouds are gathering.
Clouds are gathering.
Tata, Tata. Look, Tata.
Clouds are gathering. It's raining. It's raining. It's raining.
Oh, sorry. We got to go back and see. Look at that demonic face on frickin' Cyril Ramaphosa. Look at that. Look at his face, man. Look at him. Oh, my gosh. Look at that face. This isn't the 30% crowd. This is the 3% crowd, folks. We've just downgraded them from the 30% to the 3%. Clouds are gathering. Clouds are gathering. Make it stop. Make it stop. My eyes. My eyes. Make it stop. Oh, my goodness. Clouds are gathering. Clouds are gathering. We're going to have to use that. I'm going to have to make a song with that. Clouds are gathering. Clouds are gathering. I'll use that as the intro to a song I make. Oh, we're going to make a song, Clouds are Gathering, guys. I don't even know if we can get to the news. But I want to put that clip in. That's going to take too long to do, so we'll have to do that afterwards. Clouds are gathering. Clouds are gathering. Oh, stop. Aidez-moi. Aidez-moi.
Clouds are gathering. 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 It's raining. It's raining. It's raining. It's raining.
Oh, it's raining, all right. Oh boy, South Africa will never bore you, folks. People ask, why are you so obsessed with South Africa? Because it's entertaining. I mean, it's better. It's better than a Western. It's gonna be raining PKs. Oh, you can't make it up. Yes, they are demonic, Orlia. They are demonic. That's what I said. And then she's begging, billion, give us more billions. It's not much money. We want the billions. Of course you do. You're thieves. We know you want the billions. All right, on to something more serious. The clouds are gathering. Okay, stop. Okay, you guys, stop. Stop making me laugh. Damn it. This is serious. Stop making me laugh. All right, I need a Pikachu to get calm. Okay, we're back. We're under control now. We're under control. There's the super chat. That got me back on track. Thank you for the super chat there. Thanks for Cyril's face. Wasn't that amazing? Yes. All right, so Pikachu's got me calm now. Stop! Stop it! You're going to make me wet my shorts. Tata! The clouds are gathering! Tata! Oh, Tani Pemi, please make it stop. Oh, I feel like George Jetson. Gene, get me out of here. Okay, come on. Stop it. You're making me laugh. Stop it. We're going to have to play a song. All right, news. People are here for the news. All right, folks, let's get serious. People are here for the news. Stop. I mean, you guys, we can't keep doing this. It's okay. Let's get serious. All right, back to the news now, because that's what we're here to talk about, the news.
Clouds are gathering.
Oh, no.
Clouds are gathering. Tata. Clouds are gathering. Clouds are gathering. Clouds are gathering. It's raining. It's raining. It's raining. It's raining. It's raining. Thunder.
Thunder!
Thunder.
Thunder!
Oh, okay.
Oh, we need a musical interlude, guys. We need a musical interlude. I'm sorry. If I chase people away at the music, that's fine. I don't mind. If you got better things to do. But we're going to go with the Bugger Off Bunny's Escape. Oh, my goodness. Inspired by Frankenhairs in Colorado with things shooting out of their face. The Bugger Off Bunny, Bob, is running home.
Booger off bunny, he's on the run, hopping through the night, dodging Frankenstein fun. With a twitch of his nose and a flick of his ear, he whispers to himself, gotta get out of here. Carrots in my pocket, fear in my chest, these undead hairs don't let you rest. Hop, 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 don't look back, Frankenstein bunny's on the attack. Hop, 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 stay alive, Bugger Off bunny's got to survive. In the Colorado moonlight, shadows creep, zombified rabbits that never sleep. They stitched up their tails, they bolted their feet. Bugger Off bunny says nope, retreat. The colonel's my safe place, my carrot filled in. Just need to outrun these freaky hair men. Hop, 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 don't look back, Frankenstein bunny's on the attack. Hop, 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 stay alive, Bugger Off bunny's got to survive. Bugger Off bunny. Hop, 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 don't look back, Frankenstein bunny's on the attack. Hop, 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 stay alive, Bugger Off bunny's got to survive. Hop, 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 don't look back, Frankenstein bunny's on the attack. Hop, 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 stay alive, Bugger Off bunny's got to survive. You got
The Bugger Off Bunny's Escape. What is this Reuters? Someone's talking about Reuters. What's going on there? What's going on there? Let me see. Okay, yep, I have that story because it was sent to me, but I didn't see it. I missed it this morning because of all the damn WhatsApp messages people sent to me. Okay. All right, let me get to that story now. We'll get to the real news here. I'll bring that in here. So I haven't seen the story. 360 at 46. Thank you for the 70 Rand. USA response to Sherwin's questions regarding human rights report on Sherwin Bryce. Okay, it's on his page. Okay. So on his page, he put down the U.S. response. That's interesting. It wasn't the U.S. response up somewhere else. Sent you a link in the super chat, says Mad Max. Oh, I've got it because the journalist sent it to me. He sent it to me before it was published. Actually, when it was published. He usually sends them to me beforehand. He must have been busy not knowing what was going to be published. All right, let's get to that story very quickly here, folks. Trump administration weighing refugee cap of 40,000 with focus on white South Africans. Okay, that's news. That's not helpful. President Trump's administration discussing a refugee admissions cap around 40,000 for the coming year, with a majority allocated to white South Africans, according to U.S. officials briefed on the matter, and an internal refugee program email reflecting a major shift in U.S. approach to refugees. Angie Salazar, a top refugee program official of state of the Department of Health and Human Services, told state-level refugee workers that she expected the cap to be 40,000, according to an email summary from a 1 August meeting reviewed by Reuters. The two officials who spoke in condition anonymity said some 30,000 to 40,000 spaces would be devoted to Afrikaners. Trump's focus on resettling Afrikaners could upend the precedent around the refugee program. The 40,000 person cap could be a sharp drop for the 100,000 refugees brought in by former President Joe Biden in 2024, but higher than the record low ceiling Trump set for fiscal 2020 before ending his first term. A separate person familiar with the matter said that in addition to 40,000 figure, a cap as low as 12,000 had been discussed. There are 37 million refugees worldwide, according to the United Nations estimate. Trump immediately froze refugee admissions after taking office in January, but weeks later launched a program for Afrikaners, saying the white minority group suffer racial discrimination. In addition, Afrikaners' Trump administration expects to bring in some Afghans who aided the U.S. government during the conflict in Afghanistan and is weighing whether to resettle Ukrainians. White House Deputy Press Secretary Anna Kelly stressed that no decisions were final until Trump issued a determination for 2026. President Trump has a humanitarian heart. That's why he's welcomed these courageous individuals to the United States. Refugee admissions caps will be determined next month, and any numbers discussed at this point are pure speculation. The first group of 59 South Africans arrived in May, but only 34 more had come as of early August, according to a White House official. U.S. State Department laid off many refugee staffers in major workforce reduction in July. To compensate, they hire the workers from HSS who normally deal with it. They've been reassigned from HSS to work with the program. 13 HSS staffers were dispatched to Pretoria on Monday, even though the majority had no direct experience screening refugees. See, that's a problem. Some South Africans down in the U.S. with refugee status have reached out to HHS to raise concerns about a lack of benefits to support them. Who? I'm not aware of that. Trump/refugee benefits. Oh, okay. One of the initial group, 59 South Africans brought in the U.S. in mid-May, sent an email 2 weeks ago pleading to getting Social Security number and access to work permit. Person went to Missoula, Montana, said their family had spent thousands of dollars to cover expenses. We've applied for jobs like crazy, but to no avail because we found people here not keen on hiring refugees without a Social Security number, one of the family members wrote. We spent $4,000 on Uber, food, cell phones, and cards. The person was concerned the family would not be able to find housing after government funded. Reuters could not reach the family. So where are you getting this information at? A person familiar with the matter said some South Africans arrived in the U.S. expecting standard refugee benefits have been paused or reduced by Trump. How did South Africans coming here expecting standard refugee benefits when they didn't even know what they were? I'm a little puzzled by that. So the only problem I have with this story is this statement about a family in Missoula, Montana, who we've covered this story before. That's old news. And these folks made a decision that put them in that position. So they're trying to make the program look bad when it was their decisions that put them in that bind, put them in that situation. And when they were offered help, they refused it. I confirm they were offered help and they refused it. So you can't help people that don't want to be helped. And they can't blame the government for the predicament. They asked to go there. They refused the assistance offered to them in neighboring Wyoming. And thank you for the 40 Rand, Elar Duskoy. Thank you very much for that. How can they say struggling financially 30 years after apartheid is wrong? People are now worse off. I don't understand what you're saying, Rudolph. 40,000 is very low. That's quite concerning. It's not very low, Paul. What are you talking about? It's not very low at all. 40,000 is a lot of people. 40,000 is a lot of people. That's a lot of people. 40,000 divided by 365 days. That is 110 people per day moving to America. There's only 2 flights to America. We're going to have to do something else. There aren't flights to come here. You're going to have to fly them to Europe or Dubai to bring them here, but there aren't 110 seats per day to fly refugees here. Guys, I don't think anybody's ever really thought this through. Have you thought this through? Paul's saying that 40,000 is low. That's 110 people per day. Do you know what kind of logistical requirement that is? That's insane. Also, that's not set. You need to not focus on what Reuters reports, but focus on what they report, not what you want to hear. No goals have been set. It also could be 12,000. Could be more. And actually, the 40,000 isn't even for you. They want to set a cap for the entire world of 40,000, 30,000 for South Africa. But it's, yeah, so, you know, yeah, don't stress. Speculation, exactly. This article is pure speculation. And they're talking to sources in the government who are sharing things that they shouldn't be sharing. All this does is cause angst for you, for Afghans, for Somalis, for everybody. And 40,000, that's 110 people per day. And 30,000, let's do the math for South Africa. 30,000, it's going to be less. It's going to be about a quarter less. So 30,000, if 30,000 South Africans are let in, divided by 365 days, that's what, 70 per day? That's 82 South Africans per day. There aren't that many seats on the flights available. 82 South Africans every day. And there will be days there won't be people flying. So the other days are going to have 160 people. And there just aren't that many flights. And we are not going to pay for Go's commercial flights. I'm not commercial for charter flights to bring all those people over. So yeah, Alley Cat is right. Speculation. Get a grip. Calm down. Defense now today to see General Anderson take command of AFRICOM, highlight the risk of China, Russia. Red John, what's up? Vanessa Farah. Okay. Skid Mark says cancer. I didn't know that. I did not know that. That's news to me. Didn't know that Colin had cancer. Thank you for sharing that, Karen. It's not low. 40,000 is a lot of people, man. What do you expect us to take all 2.8 million? Are we obliged to do that, Napoleon? That's for 1 year. That's correct. You don't think the U.S. thought this through either? Well, you're wrong, Diane. We've been doing this for decades. The law we're operating under has been in effect since 1980, the Immigration Nationality of 1980. We have taken over 3.9 million refugees in this country. We have thought it over. We spend $3 billion a year giving you a free ride to come over here and getting you settled. It has been thought through. If you want to make the argument the Trump administration didn't think this through when they suspended all the programs, you can make that argument. That's a fair argument. But what? Would you prefer Trump didn't offer refugee status to anybody? Is that the preference? Right, it's not the total number for the program. It's for the year, for the fiscal year, which starts in October. And it's a cap, but caps are exceeded. As I've told you, things change, all right? We have caps every year, and we oftentimes exceed them. Joe Biden brought 162,000 Afghans in here, and we projected no Afghans to come over here that year, okay? No, it's for fiscal year. Everything works on fiscal year. Francis Ruiz says, doesn't matter how many guns, as long as some people get to go. If the rest of the world's refugees can't wait. Yeah. Right. Thank you, Dirk Coetzee, for putting it in perspective. The total number of people leaving South Africa, their own volition every year, not coming back, is 40,000. So 40,000 is a lot of people. Yeah, no, I don't really understand people's expectations. I don't. Since we're on this topic, I really don't get what people are thinking here. Did people just put, okay, what were you expecting? 500,000 people to come to America in 10 months? How is that even possible? If we had contiguous land borders, okay. It'd still be a hell of a job to absorb 500,000 people. But you're oceans away. You're going to have to get here. We can't put you in a cruise ship because we have to feed you the whole way. Dawn says, if they begin murdering people, which countries will take us? None. I don't think any of them will take it. Maybe the Netherlands. I doubt it. Evan says it would be cool if we could see how many people applied. Why? And how? We've given you estimates. Anyway, so exclusive story from Reuters. Now, this is of more concern for folks. This is a constitutional court ruling that undermines property rights yet again. People were given grazing rights informally. A lady was given grazing rights. She died, and then her offspring used the grazing rights, which they were never granted. The court is saying that, you know, it was a tacit approval, so they get to stay on other people's land and graze their cattle on their land. This is not good. This is a massive, huge decision, and it runs counter to property rights. This alone is justification for kicking South Africa out of the Growth and Opportunity Act. No respect for private property rights. Constitutional Court ruling a victory for farm dwellers and grazing rights. In a unanimous judgment that has been hailed by some as a progressive step for farm dwellers and opposed by others as a threat to commercial agriculture, the Constitutional Court has set a powerful precedent on the interpretation of grazing rights under the Extension of Security of Tenure Act. The Constitutional Court has handed down a unanimous judgment on an appeal seeking to overturn a ruling on the right to graze cattle under the Extension of Security of Tenure Act, ESTA. The matter involving three brothers on a farm owned by the Monologue Trust in Northwest first landed in the Land Claims Court in 2022. It began when the owners of the farm sought to remove siblings Macholone, Topis, and Dikotso Mariki from property once occupied by their late mother, who had been given permission to graze 5 cows. She died sometime before 2017. Initially, they were kind enough not to eject them off the property, but then obviously their grazing caused problems, so they eject them off their property, and now the court is saying they have a right to stay there. There are no property rights in South Africa. There are no property rights in South Africa. Unless you're a minority, then you have no property rights if you want to assert them on other people's property. There are a total of 17 direct flights per week from South Africa. So this includes flights Joburg and Cape Town. Yes, 17 flights. I didn't say per week. I said per day. Per day. Sumi says, relax. It's an absolutely huge task. Yep. You're welcome, Yolandi. Okay, so that's a huge decision, folks. That's massive, and that's not getting much attention. So you need to pay attention to that. If you own any property, any land, you're in trouble. You're already in trouble, but now it's even worse. The PI Act has been a problem for years. The home or the land invasions. Now the expropriation. It's all over. Game over, folks. I mean, you can't own property in South Africa unless you're black. Then until they come for that land too, which they'll do eventually. Once they've defrauded everyone who's colored, white, and Indian of their land, then they'll just take from blacks too. Mkwanazi allegations probe. The ANC wants control over the way that members of parliament will ask questions. Of course they do. Of course they do. The ad hoc committee probing Lieutenant General Nandla Mkwanazi's allegations is one step closer to adopting the terms of reference. ANC looks set to keep its firm grip on the witnesses who are likely to appear before the committee. They've made a raft of proposals on how witnesses will be interacting with the committee. So the ANC is setting the rules. So, folks, it's all going to be okay. We, the ANC, are going to investigate allegations that we, the ANC, committed crimes. And the ANC, will determine that nothing happened. Okay? So, stay tuned. The answer is nothing happened. Yeah. No. No voice is too small unless you're a racial minority in South Africa. So Ramaphosa wasting taxpayers' money at his national dialogue says no perspective is too inconvenient to be heard. except when Cyril Ramaphosa receives approximately 1 million rejections of expropriation on compensation and less than 2,000 public responses in favor of it, then the 1 million voices are too small to be heard. When Cyril Ramaphosa receives over 900,000 rejections of the Basic Education Laws Amendment Act, those voices are too small to be heard. 63 million South Africans, of that 30 million adults, of that incapacitated, incapable, probably about 28 million people could respond, and 1 million people, 1 out of 28 people roughly, responded and said no. And they were ignored. So he is full of manure. This is his op-ed. Today marks the sitting of the National Convention, the National Dialogue, a space where we confront our realities openly, respectfully, and constructively. It's not a partisan platform. Oh, yes, it is. Here, no voice is too small, no perspective is too inconvenient to be heard. We are gathered to listen to each other, to understand one another, and chart a common path forward for our country. What a load of poppycock. What a total load of poppycock. Ramaphosa tells the National Dialogue, absentees, well, you're going to miss out. You'll regret not being part of the process. You should have been here at UNISA. You should have come to Pretoria, folks. Ramaphosa has cautioned those who opted out of the first National Convention of the National Dialogue that they would regret it in the future. Delivering his keynote address on day one of a 2-day convention at UNISA in Pretoria, where he took a subtle jab at former President Thabo Mbeki. Thabo Mbeki is also the Chancellor of UNISA, and he is not at the gathering. That is a pretty significant absence. Well, Cyril, nobody is going to regret not going to the National Dialogue because it's not going to accomplish anything, and it will be forgotten. It'll be a footnote in history as another waste of money stolen by the ANC. Well, Minister 30%, or shall we say 3%, Angie Motshekga, has come out and defended her rogue general, formulating foreign policy and attacking foreign nations while sitting in the embraces of state sponsors of terrorism. Yep, that's what happened, folks. And she's backing him. Another reason she should be sacked. There's nothing wrong with General Mapwanya's statements, says Minister 30%. You remember her. That's the lady who was at the base in Bloemfontein waiting for a flight that went to Waterkloof to welcome the soldiers back. No Defense Minister Angie Motshekga has defended South African National Defense Force Commander General Mapwanya's trip, saying he did nothing wrong. She said she sanctioned the trip to Iran before U.S. President Trump's election and the heightened tensions between Washington and Pretoria. He met with Iranian. It's a coincidence that the trip coincides with tensions between Iran and U.S. and that we're negotiating on tariffs. The invitation is from last year. I sanctioned it last year. But that's not the point, Angie. It isn't a point of them going. That's one issue. But the issue is him stepping out of his lane. He should be court-martialed, pretending he's a diplomat. He's a military officer, and he should be subservient to civilian rule. It's normal country-to-country relationships, and I hope they understand this has nothing to do with tariffs. See, this is where they try to mislead you. Oh, no, it's okay that he went. We're not arguing about whether he went, genius. We're arguing about what he said. What he said. Wow. Angie Motshekga should be fired over this. She should be fired along with the general. There is nothing rogue, says this dingbat doorknob. Minister of No Defense, Angie Motshekga, defended General Mapwanya's Iran trip, saying it was approved last year. It's not rogue action. But the Daily Maverick says that Ramaphosa is going to call him on the carpet. We'll see. Peter Fabricius reports in the Daily Maverick that President Ramaphosa did not know or approve of his controversial visit to Iran this week, and he'll be called on the carpet. Michelle Heath says, Colonel, please check your email when done with the news. Okay, I'm not checking email right now. I've got a lot going on. Oh, you just sent it. Oh, cool. Actually, Michelle, the date you just gave is a date that I was aware of because I know other people that that's a date for them. All right, thank you for that. Okay, thank you, Michelle. Yeah, so much smoke and mirrors. I mean, but there's a diplomatic row over this whole situation. He's drawing fire over his rogue political statements. I think he maybe should draw a little fire over his fitness. Dude, you shouldn't wear a pistol belt exposing how fat you are. Just let the jersey hang freely. Look, every one of those people is obese. Every one of those people sitting in that picture is obese. You know, if the South African Defense Force comes for you, all you got to do is sprint. They'll never catch you. Just run. Even me with one hip, I could probably outrun them. There you go. The Iranian Major General Amir Hatami. Well, he's lucky he didn't get taken out by the Israelis. He took out so many. Fraud charges against Danny Jordan over the 2010 FIFA World Cup have been delayed. Yes, they are appointing a new prosecutor. My goodness. The fraud case against Danny Jordan has been delayed as new acting director of public prosecution reviews representations. He was arrested in November 2024 for allegedly misappropriating $1.1 million from SAFA. So it's not the 2010 FIFA World Cup. It's his role as the head of that organization. So Danny Jordan involved in the dirty, crooked scams that took place in 2010 FIFA World Cup, according to multiple media reports. Well, Mkwanazi is telling his officers not to accept a cold drink because that's a bribe. It's inappropriate. Over 1,900 newly trained police constables are graduating from police academies across the country today. In KZN, a total of 145 new police constables will be hitting the ground running. Provincial Police Commissioner Lieutenant General Mkwanazi officiated the passing out parade. A total of 109 women and 36 men. 109 women? Why so many women? Why so many women? And where are the white people? Where are the white? There's not a single white student out there in the crowd. Not one white cop. KZN does have white people, doesn't it? I mean, there are white people living in KwaZulu-Natal. Last time I was there, I mean, I met a few of them at my meet and greets in Bolido and in Howick and in Durban. I mean, how come there's no white people? Why don't you take white people? Are they not allowed? White people can't be police officers? What's going on there? What's that all about? Masaoki Sen, a kamikaze pilot, became a centurion. He never flew on a suicide mission during World War II, but he was a kamikaze pilot. Mr. Sen went on to become a Grand Master of Japan's tea ceremony and used that platform to oppose all wars. Masasoki Sen, who volunteered to be a kamikaze pilot during World War II but survived the war and became a master of an ancient tea ceremony school and a vocal proponent of peace, died yesterday in Kyoto. He was 102 years old. He was best known for serving as the 15th generation Grand Master of Urasenka, one of the three main schools of Japan's tea ceremony. After inheriting the role from his father in 1964, he used it as a platform to promote peace. Travel the world. Born in Kyoto on April 19, 1923, Mr. Sen was the oldest son and thus the heir apparent to the Grand Master. This appears to have saved him during war. After leaving Doshisha University in 1943, he was drafted into the Imperial Navy where he trained to be a pilot. And when his unit was asked to form a special attack squadron to carry out suicide missions, he was one of the volunteers. I thought I was ready to die, he said in a 2021 interview. But I was just a greenhorn of 20 or 21 years age. I didn't know what death meant. Yep. Unlike many war veterans, he openly spoke of his sorrow and experiences for comrades who never return. He continued his mission after retirement in 2011. He conducted a tea ceremony in Pearl Harbor to honor the crew of the USS Arizona. Facing what happened in the past and relaying its lessons to future generations is the responsibility of those of us who survived, said Mr. Sen. 100% agree with him. China's economy is slowing, as I've warned, for several years. It's not the lightning fast economy it once was. It's reached a certain size. It can only grow so fast. China's economy is showing signs of slowing, raising pressure on Beijing. Fresh data on China's economy pointed to a broad-based slowdown last month. Annual growth in retail sales and industrial production slowed in July and when compared to June, according to figures published this week. China's top leaders held back from announcing any significant new stimulus measures in July, a cautious stance that economists say will need to be revisited to keep this year's 5% growth goal on track. They're not going to get 5% this year, I don't think. Well, a $45 treatment. Once again, the New York Slimes trying to embarrass America and expecting us to take care of the world and let the world invade our country. A $45 treatment can save a starving child. U.S. aid cuts have frozen the supply. This man of USAID has disrupted the global supply chain that provides a therapeutic food, leaving thousands of malnourished children at risk of dying. Well, where's the UN? Where is the African Union? USAID funded roughly half the world's supply of ready-to-use therapeutic food, purchasing some directly from American manufacturers and funding United Nations Children's Fund, or UNICEF. So we, the Americans, 5% of the global population, are providing half the resources. Why? Why? High stakes as Trump meets with Putin here in a short time. Trump says he's heading for the summit with Putin. Vladimir Putin will set out its conditions for peace in the first face-to-face meeting between the U.S. and Russian president since the war began. There you go. The meeting is scheduled to start at 3 p.m. Eastern time. Okay, so we'll get set for that. That's in 2 hours. But there'll be a press conference after that. They'll meet one-on-one before they have... is that the press conference? The meeting's at 3 p.m. So, all right. So then they'll have lunch. So it'll probably be like 4 or 5 o'clock by the time we get around to this. Yeah. Anyway, Trump flies to Alaska for his meeting with Putin. First face-to-face meeting between the two since he became president this time around. So who's going to be there? Well, let's see. Is Sergei Lavrov going to be present? Lavrov be there. Usheko, Beloskov, Sonanova for the United States. Marco Rubio, Scott Bessent, Howard Lutnick, John Ratcliffe, Steve Witkoff, Pete Hegseth, General Dan Kane. Wow. Raising Kane will be there, the Chairman, Joint Chiefs of Staff. Quite a big crowd of folks. Quite a big crowd of folks. U.S. retail sales increased in July. But wait, the Democrats on the left told us that the tariffs would destroy the world. The Economist in South Africa told us that tariffs would destroy the world. The U.S. economy would sink. Consumers would pay more. Funny thing, this is normally $389 for 4 terabyte Crucible memory. I got this for $219 on Amazon. Tariffs? Higher prices? Anecdotal, I realize, but I can give you dozens of anecdotal examples. U.S. retail sales climbed, shocking those who don't understand how economies work. Consumer spending continues to be more resilient than expected. Hey, look at the American Eagle Outfitters. Sydney Sweeney has great jeans. There she is. Yeah. U.S. consumers continued opening their wallets as summer spending continued. Retail sales rose by 0.5% in July, following an upwardly adjusted 0.9% in June. Last month's reading was in line with the consensus estimate. Numbers are seasonally adjusted, but not changed for inflation. So there you go. Retail sales are up. But why haven't the tariffs boosted inflation? But the tariffs, consumers will pay it. Oh, it's terrible. Trump is evil. He's evil. Consumers are going to pay. Consumers are going to pay. But that's not happening. Not yet, anyway. It may happen to some degree. New research suggests the actual tariff rates are well below what economists have suspected. So they were wrong. And they panicked. Of course they were wrong. The highest tariffs in almost a century haven't caused inflation to surge. The phenomenon has puzzled dumbass economists, some of whom suspect that companies have so far simply been reluctant to pass on the extra cost. Now, I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry, but who told you that that was a possibility? I gave you 3 possibilities when it comes to tariffs. And one of them I said is that the manufacturers, the middlemen, the transporters, the wholesalers, the retailers would eat some or all of the cost of the tariffs, reducing their margins, but keeping their market share and not pushing the costs on the consumers. Who told you that? Was it the economist on Wall Street? No. Was the economist in Pretoria? No. Joe Burke? No. Who told you that? I told you that. And guess what came true? What I predicted. Am I boasting? You damn skippy I'm boasting because they were all wrong. It can still be right in the end, but the point is there's more than one option. This stupid lemming-like nonsense when one economist says, it's a tax on Americans. Well, tariffs are a tax on Americans. Americans going to pay. Are you dumb? Do you not realize the Americans going to pay for this? Remember all that nonsense? And who told you otherwise? I told you otherwise. I said that's simplistic, juvenile, coffee table analysis by people who don't understand economics, including these so-called economists. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Gee, and what have I said along? They try, well, inflation's up. No, it's not. It's down. It's less than 2% annual right now. Unbelievable. But these morons get PhDs and talk on CNBC and on Fox Business Network or in publications in South Africa. And I struggle to get 110,000 subscribers. In a new study, Barclays economists went through census data to see what tariffs importers actually paid. They found that the weighted average tariff, the average of all tariffs adjusted for import volume, that month was around 9%. That's well below the 12% rate that they had estimated. So they overestimated. So now they're saying that's the reason. I spent my first years in Howick. What did you get? Thank you for the €2, Russell. I don't know what that means. What did you get? Well, the District of Columbia is filing a frivolous lawsuit against Trump administration trying to fight federal law and the Constitution over the taking over policing in the Capitol. The District of Columbia filed an emergency motion on Friday challenging the Trump administration's attempt to take over the city's police department, and a judge is set to hear the matter in 1 hour. The lawsuit comes after the Trump administration moved to expand its control of the city's police department by installing an emergency commissioner and revoking policies that limit officers' cooperation with immigration enforcement. Yeah, well, if that judge puts an injunction in, then he needs to be removed from the bench. The law is quite clear. President Trump, this will raise prices, and consumers will pay for this, or people just won't buy them. Trump says tariffs on chip imports are coming. It could be 300%. That will hit consumers. That I'm telling you now. That will hurt consumers. There's no way around a 300% tariff. If they don't open here, they have to pay. In some cases, 200%, 300%. Wow. Unbelievable. Rivian, the electric car manufacturer, says it's losing $100 million because the fuel standards have been relaxed. Electric truck maker Rivian says the rollback of fuel economy rules in the U.S. is holding up $100 million in revenue, a sign of how changes in automotive policy of the Trump administration are starting to hurt the electric vehicle industry. Rivian and its rivals have generated hundreds of millions of dollars in revenue selling credits to the nation's fuel economy rules, tied to the nation's fuel economy rules. Yeah, okay. All right. Well, the federal government is going to stop sending electronic checks, folks. Did you know that? Or not electronic, paper checks. The federal government is going to stop issuing paper checks. That's going to be a problem for people who don't have bank accounts. How are they going to get their money? They processed 36 million government checks in 2024. Federal government will phase out paper checks by 30 September for most federal payments. If you're one of the few people who still receive a federal benefit check, it's time to switch to an electronic payment method. No action is required by the vast majority of Americans who already receive federal benefits electronically. So if you don't have a bank account, now you won't be able to get your money, your tax return or anything. That's not good. That's not good. And that's the news for today, folks. 787 people here, 635 likes. Can we push that up a little bit? EV industry has had billions of subsidies. It's about time to stand on their own. Agreed, Peter. Agreed. My grandma used to talk about checks. I still use checks. Who remembers Apprentice? All but one in every show. That's why the ANC will never privatize, because it's just a cash cow for their caters. Exactly. No accountability. Yep, I just don't get how the rand keeps up. The dollar should have been much stronger by now. No, it's not. The dollar's weaker against other currencies for a variety of reasons. We covered that about a week ago. I've gotten the first mail and interview call already and nothing since, and that was on the 27th. Okay, quits. That was on the 27th. It could take up to 4 to 8 weeks. What did they tell you? Levon was born in KZN. He would run faster, I'm sure, but I don't think he would run. He would, yeah. Oh, you're right. I wouldn't run it, Wendy. I wouldn't run from them. Yeah. Well, the 12,000 staff efforts will easily consume the Canadian Jack Daniels shortfall. That's true. B is far worse than what people think. I've seen things of 700 bought for 3,000. Oh no! Look that they murdered that young kid who was a father who was out doing repair work because it was a hit, and they were supposed to murder the whistleblower. He wasn't the whistleblower, just some kid out working. He was murdered. Remember that? That was over something that should have cost 300 Rand. It was being charged 64,000 Rand, I think, was for this little connector. That's horrible. Slow Puppy says, you told us. I did tell you about the fact that the inflation is not going to rise because they'll eat the cost. Look, it just amazes me how stupid some economists are. Businesses cannot afford to lose market share, particularly if they have a strong position in the market. Gaining market share in an industry is not easy to do. It is not easy to do. Now, if you're first to market and you're the only one that has solid state drives, then you can charge what you want. If the only one makes it is one company, they can charge what they want for this. People want it, they have to have it, they'll pay it. But if they're competitors and they take away your market share, you want to maintain that market share. So you'll do what you have to maintain that market share. Yep. President Trump is a peacemaker, TP Joseph. Are you from Canada? I see you've got Expos Love Baseball. The Montreal Expos got that symbol. I haven't seen that in a while. Actually, I think it stood for L'équipe Baseball. I'm not sure. I never knew what that logo was. No, Garrett, it's not Czechs. That's the incorrect spelling. I'm an American. It's spelled the correct way, Checks. Kentucky, TP Joseph. Welcome. How you doing there? Welcome to you. Thanks for joining us in Kentucky. Whereabouts in Kentucky, man? I spent some time at Fort Knox. I've been to Kentucky a few times. You should ask not where the whites are, where the colors and Indians. In that recruitment, the marginalized does not belong. So they are sideline everything. Oh, come on, Charles. Give me a break. Give me a break. Virtually every time. I'm not going to sit here and when I'm talking about one group. Anyway, I talk about all three of those groups. Taiwan is so protect a massive export chip market. Sloth Puppy says, the truth is the Colonel is the voice of reason. I'm a Boris, so they're singling me out. That's not good. Rain clouds are gathering. That's right, folks. Rain clouds are gathering. Did you know that? We're gonna make a song about that. Clouds are gathering. That's just goodness. All right, that warrants another view. It really does. I'm sorry, folks. It just warrants another view. We've got to watch this one more time. It's just it's too much. It's too much.
Because now we really want to invest in water, but there must be rain. With these presidents, there's no way that you cannot have rain. Clouds are gathering. 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 It's raining. It's raining. It's raining. It's raining. It's raining. Thunder! Thunder! That's all. Okay.
Oh dear God. Stats out apparently starting to survey households to find out how many are really jobless. Most are jobless. My granddaughter was kitted out in Cambridge United gear, socks, short shirt, all from her uncle. Look cute. Okay. I was told I was going to get a promotion to captain after 24 years as a warrant. They promoted a black female with 2 years as a warrant and expected me to train her. Good for you, Fabian. Tell him to piss off. I would have said a lot more on the way out the door. Garrett says, okay, checked it. Well said. No, that's bullshit. Fluffy Navel got the popcorn out for that. Straight out of the bush to the podium. Yeah, exactly. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Okay, hang on a second. Where am I looking for here? There it is. That's what I'm looking for. So, last night we came up with the Get Me Out of Here song. We had the Bitter Enders song, which was pretty good. Both the Bitter Enders were pretty good. The second one's the better one, though. So here, check this one out, guys. Clouds are gathering. Clouds are gathering.
Roots dig deep in this red ground. Sun beats down, but we're still around. Call us stubborn, call us tough. We wear the scars, but it's never enough.
Through fire and stone, through storm and sky,
We hold the line, we won't say goodbye. Bitter enders, that's what they say. Standing tall, we won't fade away. Through hell or high water, we'll never bend. This is our home till the bitter end. They build fences, they build walls, but hearts like ours never fall. Through
camps and ashes, through dust and rain,
we carry the loss, we carry the pain. Still here we stand, unbroken, unbound. Our voices rise, fierce and loud. Bitter enders, that's what they say. Standing tall, we won't fade away. Through hell or high water, we'll never bend. This is our home till the bitter end.
Bitter Ender Anthem. That's one we came up with last night. Bitter Ender Anthem I put together for those who will not leave South Africa. Roscoe, why are you feeling flat? We've been having a laugh here with the clouds are gathering, man. The clouds are gathering. You're welcome, Elmarie Swartz. We will not be replaced. And for the person that's in Kentucky, it just dawned on me who am I talking to. I realize now. Never mind. I know who that is now. Just dawned on me. You're welcome beyond the mainstream. It's not easy. Not easy. It's also it's expensive in terms of the wear and tear on the body, the psyche, the lack of sleep, the work, the lack of money you get for it. That's for sure too. Yep. It all adds up. But yeah, it's my pleasure. It's my pleasure. I'm opposed to waxing lyrically about saving us money unless he spends $700 million. Yep. Clouds are gathering. Yep. Lots of speculation on X regarding a coup d'etat. Really? I haven't seen that. What did Krista say? America's great. Okay, let's do that rainy song. Yeah, I will. But I mean, I can do it two ways. I can make it without the clip. I've never tried to put a clip in there. I think I'm going to try to put a clip in there. Clouds are gathering. Add that in there. And then have the song, you know. Boreholes need rain. They do. Yeah. Thunder. Clouds are gathering. Too funny, folks. Too funny. Anyway, the Pemi Majodina video is not doing well. It's doing average. 6,000 views. Okay, that's not too bad. Yep, I put that up before as the stream started, so hopefully more people will find that. 678 people. People leaving. See, I play music and people leave. Anyway, all right, so here's the deal. For those of you who come to count on the Night Owls, the Night Owls will not be going as scheduled for the next month. I cannot be up at 5 o'clock in the morning doing this. That means I have to be up at 3 o'clock to prepare for it. So I won't be doing the Night Owls that way. What I might do some days is do a morning shot. Ha 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 ha! I stole that from Morning Shot. No, it's just kidding. I might do a brekkie broadcast. How's that? A brekkie broadcast. Go to a coffee shop and do a brekkie broadcast. Maybe I'll do that. That might be what I do. How's that sound? Okay. The brekkie broadcast. All right. She's short a few PK thunderclaps, indeed. What's your prediction amount of refugees for next year? Wayne, well, if I listen to Reuters, 40,000, 30,000 from South Africa. Combined salary of those water summits probably around 100 million per year. Yep. Remember a few years ago, ANC, they're going to investigate why a person passed away after being struck by lightning. Really? I never heard that. Never heard of that. Christine's proud of the crap show. Mix it up and see what works. Well, it's not a question of works, Dirk. It's a question of I can't be doing that at that hour. It's just insane. So we'll see. I'm going to be hard pressed, and I won't be able to do the Springboks games after I get down there for a few weeks because I mean it's going to be going on when I'm at a game. So Colonel's blood pressure is much lower during the night hours. Wayne Booten, you're welcome. Give us a South African time. Well, Alan, that will depend. Probably 9 or 10 o'clock will be the South African time. So I'm not getting up. Brekkie Live sounds excellent. Okay, cool. Yep, because in order to give you the 5 o'clock time that people have become accustomed to, that would mean I'd be broadcasting at 4 a.m. in the UK. Ain't going to happen unless the UK is on fire. Breaking broadcast is good. Okay, break up broadcast sounds good. No, brekkie, like some South. I hate that. You want to go get a brekkie? Breakfast. I don't call it. But South Africans use that term. What if it means something else like mass murdering? What are you talking about, Ruben? Turn traditional healers for range. She's not a traditional healer. She's a minister of parliament. She's a cabinet member. She's not a traditional healer. No, I think she's a pastor, but she's not a traditional healer. Clouds are gathering. Clouds are gathering. The Rain Queen. Oh my goodness. Oh, I got to change the title of that video. I got to change it. Penny Mahojadina, the Rain Queen. I renamed the video. Penny Mahojadina, the Rain Queen, embarrasses South Africa again. Oh my goodness. Number of ex-CIA staff working for X-Media. What are you talking about? Where are you getting that information? All right, you Holden, you like to say outlandish things. Show me the receipts. And if I worked for X, I wouldn't be hired at CIA. They just threw up the program. Good Lord. Even as traditional healers, yeah. Colonel's Power Breakfast, yeah. Austin Powers Breakfast. Fabian sounded, they all look like Sangoma. Okay, great idea, says she did something because clouds are legit gathering pee. Well, there were clouds in Kimberley when I was calling the game earlier, so it's working. It's working. You look, guys, look, honestly. Hey. So Pikachu. We shouldn't be so hard on Pemi Mojadina. No. No, we shouldn't. I mean, after all, clouds are gathering. Did you watch the game earlier? I was calling it. Yeah, there were clouds. A couple times the sun broke out at Suzuki Park in Kimberley, but mostly it was overcast. Clouds were gathering. Who else? Someone else said the clouds are gathering. Where are the clouds gathering at? In PE. The clouds are gathering. We should be nice to Pemi. I mean, first off, what a cool name, Pemi. It sounds like something you spread on your bread. Hey, sweetheart, can I have some Pemi? Shots line, could you give me the Pemi? It sounds like a breakfast spread. No, I don't want the Philadelphia cream cheese. I'll have the Pemi. Oh, that Pemmy is tasty. Clouds are gathering! Clouds are gathering! Yes, now I see your message. I'm gonna interrupt this. Hey, it's a fucking cloud. No, baby, it's just a cloud. No, it's a fucking cloud. Clouds are gathering. Oh, aidez-moi. Aidez-moi. Pemmy in the clouds. Pemmy in the clouds with diamonds. Look, the fucking clouds are gathering. Thunder! Thunder! Oh my goodness. Pemmy in the sky with diamonds, man. The clouds are coming. The clouds are coming. Clouds, bring out your clouds. South Africa is a movie, man. The gods must be indeed crazy. I'm going to get with Leon Schuster. I'm going to make a sequel. We're going to call it, And You Thought the Gods Were Crazy Before. Can somebody see if Sandra Prinsloo's available? Maybe we get Sandra Prinsloo. We'll bring her in. We'll get Sandra Prinsloo in. We'll go go to the Northern Cape. We'll film this in Uppington or somewhere like that. And you thought the gods were crazy before. Oh gosh, no. But instead of a Coke bottle, we'll drop an iPad into the hands of an ANC politician. What is this evil device? Let me return it to the sky where it came from. Yes, Sandra Prinsloo is still alive, yes. Who stole my iPod? Someone took my iPod. It was here. This isn't funny. Give me back my iPad. Cyril, your iPad, it's under the cushion. It's under the cushion with the cash. It's under the cushion, Cyril, with the cash. Oh, dear goodness gracious. It's under the cushion. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Pala Pala Nights. In honor of our dear Cyril, the clouds are gathering over Pala Pala.
Money stuffed in my sofa, a treasure untold. Cyril's got a game ranch, stories unfold. Pala Pala, ritzy joint, glimmer and gold. Stay overnight, don't you stray. Couch cushions hide a rainy day. Pala Pala, where the secrets play. Under the cushions, the cash will stay. Pala Pala, don't give it away. Rainy day, rainy day. Hey. Antelope run where the moonlight beams, luxury whispers in velvet dreams. Cyril laughs, but nothing's as it seems. Game of chance or a clever scheme, hidden fortune stitched in the seam. You'll never know till you're caught in the stream. Pala Pala, where the secrets play. Under the cushions, the cash will stay.
Pala Pala Nights on Radio Afterlife, coming to you from the other side. Well, folks, whoops, that's the second version trying to take off on me there. They autoplay. The Colonel make a new song about Pemi. Not yet, I will. Clouds are coming. Clouds are coming. Dim lights cash flow is coming from Pala Pala. Kathy Price, that is hilarious. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. She's not Rain Queen. She just broke pipes. You see, when people zol, they put the saliva on the zol. And then they share that zol. Pala Pala, where the secrets play. Under the cushions, the cash will stay. That's truly manna from heaven right there. Oh, the cloud's coming. That's going to be huge. We're going to have fun with that one. That's going to be huge. That's going to be epic. Epic, 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 epic. Going to be epic. Oh, my goodness. Pemi Purple Rain. That's a good one. You guys are killing me. You're killing me, killing me. All right, it's Friday, folks. This will be my last regular news broadcast for, well, no, I'll do one, but not regular time tomorrow because I got rugby. After the rugby, maybe tomorrow. But then Sunday, I probably do my news, and then it'll be a break for a while. I'll do shorts. I'll do prepare videos, so be prepared for those. And be prepared for many short notice live broadcasts from my mobile, okay? So be prepared for that, okay? And on the mobile, understand that I can't necessarily see the chat very well unless I have my laptop there. So we'll see how that goes, okay? All right. I laugh at the Colonel laughing, but not that crazy man. She scares me. Cannot watch that fucking clown. Levon, yeah, I'm trying to myself. I've been stressed. I'm not stressed, man. I'm fine. Just you and the Kifnis. The Kifnis doesn't like me, man. He doesn't like me. So I don't think that can happen. I don't think it can happen. I don't think David Scott likes me at all. At least that's the impression I have. He never responds to me. So anyway, whatever. Yes, I am Primal Boar. I'm covering the Women's Rugby World Cup 2025. Yeah. Well, the Sunday, if I do a refugee program, I'll probably do it at a different time. Maybe Saturday or something like that, okay? The Sunday program will probably be done early, okay? She was good for Freaky Friday. It's a cloud. No, it's a fucking cloud. All right, you guys have a good one. We're going to wrap it up here. Thanks for being with us. And I need to go check on crabs. And Trump has got his meeting at 3. It's an hour and a half. So I've got to time, space, and figure about whether we get crabs or not, okay? All right, miss your day. Well, I'll miss you too, AJ, but I will be bringing you content every day. I promise there'll be content every day. Question is, will I have enough bandwidth? Will I have enough data? Will I have enough quiet, peace and quiet? Because people always come around interrupting things like that. So I'll try to find quiet spaces to do it, okay? All right. You guys take care. Have a lovely day. Let me just see if Ronaldo's up, okay? Real quick. See if he's, I think he's on today. Let me see. Let's see if he's on real quick. Yeah, he's live. He's got 200 people watching right now. Let's see if we can't send him a few folks over to his channel. So let me do this very quickly here. Send some of you over there. Customization. Let's go down here to redirect. This is what you have to do on YouTube. It takes a little while. There we go. Okay. RENALDOGOUWS. And if I don't type it exactly right, come on. Mad Max 35. You can't base that he doesn't like you because of that. You don't read my WhatsApps. You don't like me. No, Mad Max. No. There's more to the story. I'm being polite. You're making assumptions. I'm not making assumptions. Okay? All right? Anyway, so there you go. I'm not making assumptions. All right. So that's going to do it, folks. Cheers. Maybe I'll see you over Ronaldo. Let me just go over Ronaldo real quick and see if he's there. No, Mad Max, I'm not making assumptions. You're making assumptions. I know very well. There's more to the story than I share with you there. All right. 23 years in the Air Force. This guy's running for office. Medicaid cuts put veterans in risk. No, they don't. Doesn't have any effect on veterans. We get our benefits from the VA. This guy's making stuff up. Leftist Democrats using their military service to destroy America. Shame on you. All right. That's going to wrap it here, folks. Thanks a lot. Be sure to hit the like button. Cheers.